Hello everyone. Today let's play some more of the Steam version just cause I can, but I bet you couldn't even tell the difference between if I was playing on Steam or on Windows 10, because just like I said in the last video, they are both basically carbon copies of each other. Except for one tiny little difference, my profile icon is linked to my Steam account, which is why you see that Spectre pic in the tower select screen. Anyways, before we jump into off-topic stuffs, let me just tell you what's about to go on in these games. Well, first, this is Random Trio on Yellow Stadium, and if you're wondering why I didn't choose a higher medallion arena, well, it's because today is Thursday, though it may not be when this video comes out. And if you saw the other featured club arenas for the day, then you'd realize they were all shit. Mega boosts? No thanks. I realized it was too risky using the Cobra strategy because it's pretty easily beatable, and if they do end up beating it, then I'd rather not drag out the game to 1000 rounds. Play with fire? No thank you either. In fact, it's my most hated arena, even more than Bonanza, because if the opponent is decent, then you can't really send out a rush to them without having it backfire on you, since you two have to defend your own rush with your now zero income. So yeah, I also didn't want to look like a pussy and play those easy arenas. Playing on Yellow Stadium a lot proves your manliness, and chicks dig that. Ever since I started spamming Yellow Stadium, I've been laid 6 times in the past 4 days, so I can confirm. Hold the phone on this game, it looks like I just lost, and barely at that. You can bet my ass I'm salty as hell over this game, not because my win rate went down from 87 to 86%, but because there is almost no outplay potential with the loadout we got in Cobra, TAC, and Farm, and it wasn't skippable either since both of us already used our skip option at the beginning. Basically, the only way to win was to spam balloon adjustment Cobras, cause none of these towers have combo detection. So at the end of the day, it all came down to who got lucky with the RNG of the balloon adjustment. If you replay the end of the game again, you'll notice I only was down 2 lives, 40 to 32, at the beginning of round 10, but I had 9 balloon adjustments to his 8. Still, I ended up dying when he had 6 lives left, so I guess you could be unlucky. Or just ping difference. If you've ever had a game where both players died at the same time, then you'll understand what I'm saying. The reality of what happens is both players lose because on their respective side, the game registered them going to 0 lives before their opponent. But anyways, props to the enemy for knowing exactly what to do in that situation. You don't often see 63% win rate players do such a thing. In fact, I've seen 70+% win rate players do much stupider things, like lose a game because they accidentally pressed the battle info button in the middle of the screen. Oh wait, that was me. On to the next game. At this point of the commentary, I'm done talking about strategy, so it's time to move on to other things. Like a poll. Shit, what should the question be for today? Oh, I got a good one. Would you rather have a runny nose or a stuffed nose for the rest of your life? So vote away. This question was 100% my originality and was definitely not stolen from an Ask Reddit thread on Would You Rather questions. Oh yes, I also forgot to mention the new Steam hotkeys, which basically gives you everything but balloon sends. The 1 key for your first tower, 2 key for second, and so on. I said that in a previous video, but just going to reiterate it for those who are living in the past. And best of all, we finally have the comma and dot keys for upgrading towers. No more awkward hand positioning with your left arm having to reach all the way to the right of the keyboard to press the page up and down buttons. And those are really the only important ones to go over. There's also the escape button if you want to surrender. But personally, I'm not a fan of that because hardly will you be in a situation where you need to press a quick hotkey instead of 2 mouse clicks to surrender the game. As for balloon sends, like I said earlier, there are none, for the sole reason that it would be unfair for real mobile users, says the Ninja Kiwi staff. Makes sense. But it definitely wouldn't hurt to have a feature where you hold down your mouse or finger to send balloons. That way we don't have to demolish our fingers when smashing the screen. Okay, so if you're wondering what's up with the title, well, there was a recurring pattern on these games I played, and it's up to you to figure it out. The first to comment correctly gets a treasure chest full of nothing because I expect many people to get it, and I don't think I want to give out something tangible on something so useless. That's actually going to do it for me today. I hope no one complains that a 5-minute commentary is now considered short, otherwise I will direct you to the videos I made 6 months plus ago. Not to worry though. I've just finally finished my exams, so hopefully that means I can get some of those OP ideas from my mind into reality in the near future. So sub if you want to see that, and like as usual. Have a half full day, or half empty if you're a pessimist.
Summer in the hills, those hazy days I do remember. We were running still, had the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were